Hello and welcome to FIA Pure Motorsport. On this week's episode, we look back at the season start of the Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup. We'll have the best action from the Formula Regional Oceania season, plus we'll take a look at the 24/7 job of race team managers, and much more from the FIA World of Motorsports. The Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup is entirely devoted to electric vehicles running in regularity events. Anyone can take part who owns an unmodified car that is registered for the road. And that's what makes this event so popular. Two factors decide who ends up on top of the podium: consumption and regularity. The goal is to drive from A to B in a precisely defined time and, at the same time, pay attention to consumption. The events are becoming more popular every year, with the number of participants increasing and the events getting more and bigger. This year, there are more events than ever before, with 9 rallies taking place in Portugal, Switzerland, and Monaco, among other places.
It is a grassroots discipline. It is something which is afforded and accessible for everybody, but it is really a door to the real motorsport. So anybody who still was not participating actively in motorsport can try it, can use his own road car, and will see if this is really something which is maybe good for his future and he will continue in the career, or if he will just participate as a hobby driver. So this is really a grassroots and accessible motorsport discipline.
The first 3 events of the new season immediately showed how varied the locations and challenges are at the Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup. The first stop took place for the first time in Östersund, Sweden. Östersund is an urban area in Jämtland in the middle of Sweden and is located on the shores of Sweden's 5th largest lake, Storsjön.
My name is Niklas Dahlsson. I am the mayor of Östersund, and I would say a very warm welcome to you, distinguished guests, co-drivers and teams. And I am here to give you all the very welcome to Östersund city.
The Östersund Winter Eco Rally is the first rally to use 100% wind and hydropower energy and to take place in snow, ice, and sub-zero temperatures. This is a completely new situation for the 17 participating teams because the weather has, of course, a huge influence on the driving style, but especially on the consumption of the e-cars, which is much higher at low temperatures. The route of the rally has been designed to go through the landscape of the province of Jämtland. This meant that the teams had to get adapted to the narrow and icy roads in Sweden. Then they could enjoy the wonderful winter landscape. It was an incredible experience for all the participants, especially for the teams that are not at home in Sweden, and a challenge they certainly mastered. In the end, 2 teams from France took 2nd and 3rd place, but nobody could threaten the success of Guido Guerini from Italy and his Polish co-pilot Artur Pruszak. In their Kia Niro EV action, they scored maximum points in both regularity and consumption. The perfect start to a new season. From wintry Sweden, we headed south to Spain. The second stop of the Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup took place at the Mediterranean Sea. The Eco Rally de la Comunitat Valenciana 2023 is the 10th edition of the Spanish event. 20 competitors tackled a route of over 500 kilometers. Last season's 3 first-place finishers, 2-time champion Eneko Conde and Luca Sargnese, Sweden's winner Guido Guerini and Artur Pruszak, and the Czechs Mikael Zdarski and Jakub Nabelek were also part of the field. The participants who had to master the first stage of 200 kilometers with 2 regularity zones crossed the main wind farms of Renomar in the Els-Ports regions as in the previous editions. The second day was divided into 2 sections, one in the morning and the other in the afternoon. And like on the first day, numerous municipalities were visited along the more than 300-kilometer route. 2-time champion Eneko Conde and Luca Sargnese won first place by beating the Canary Islanders Tony and Ade Lujuan, who came in second. The podium was completed by the Cantabrian pair Ricardo González Pozueta and José Manuel Salas in third place. The third stop of the Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup took the teams to the Czech Republic. The 11th edition of the CEZ Czech New Energies Rally took place in beautiful South Bohemia. The town of Český Krumlov is among the most visited places in the country. The historic center with the castle complex is protected by law as an urban monument reservation, and since 1992 it has been a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site because of its well-preserved Gothic Renaissance and Baroque architecture. No wonder the rally attracted a full field of 41 crews, including elite drivers from abroad. In total, 9 European countries were at the start. During the two-day rally, in which the crews had to cover a total of 492 kilometers with 18 demanding regularity tests, it became apparent that the competitors were on equal footing. First place was fought over from the start until the final test, which finally decided it. While the winners of the past 2 years, Michał Zdarsky and Jakub Nabelek, did best in the regularity rally, Andrzej and Teresa Hunchowski were the most successful couple in consumption, winning the rally thanks to the combined score. The Spaniards, reigning world champions Eneco Conde and Lucas Argnese with the Kia e-Soul, took second place. Michał Zdarsky and Jakub Nabelek finished third in the 11th edition of the CEZ Czech New Energies Rally. In recent years, the Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup has become increasingly popular. This year, the competition reaches a whole new level. The FIA is partnering with Bridgestone in a groundbreaking collaboration as the title partner of the Bridgestone FIA Eco Rally Cup.
We are very happy that we can cooperate with Bridgestone, and we are very thankful for this cooperation. Bridgestone is a global brand of tire supplying, and we hope that that will help us to spread the Eco Rally and these activities on the global level. And this is exactly what we want to focus.
Bridgestone's new multi-year support will give the Eco Rally Cup a boost and is a perfect fit for the competition.
Bridgestone believes that the FIA Eco Rally Cup has the same value with our direction, aiming to address major environmental concerns like energy saving, promoting the adoption of zero-emission vehicles, foster positive behaviors of motorsport competitors, and a commitment of the brand to international motorsport, and additionally a focus on road safety in general.
The event provides Bridgestone opportunity to further promote Enlighten technology. Enlighten technology is innovative core technology that realizes superior products concerning the sustainability and evolution of mobility. The considerable reduction in tire weight, rolling resistance, and longer wear life per used raw materials help to conserve resources and lower the environmental impact, while also extending the EV's range with tire technology that achieves balance of various performances, such as driving performance with no trade-offs. So Enlighten technology is innovative core technology that maximizes social value and customer value.
In order for Bridgestone to accelerate its transformation into a sustainable solutions company, we have set up our corporate commitment called Bridgestone E8 Commitment. Through partnership with FIA on this Eco Rally Cup, Bridgestone would like to commit to Bridgestone E8 commitment in the 3 areas. The first one is emotion. This is to commit inspiring excitement and spreading joy to the world of mobility. The second one is energy. This is to commit to the realization of a carbon neutral mobility and society. And the last one is the ecology, to commit to advancing sustainable tire technology and solutions that preserves the environment for future generations.
The Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceanic Championship, certified by FIA, returned to the international scene as the most significant single-seater championship in New Zealand and Australia, rewarding its champion with a highly significant haul of 18 super license points. It has proved popular for junior Formula drivers over the years because of its unique timing at the start of the year, which is in the middle of the New Zealand summer and the Northern Hemisphere's winter. It races at tracks in both the South Island and North Island. The series consists of 5 consecutive action-packed weekends with 3 competitive races each. No wonder New Zealand's premier single-seater category attracts drivers from around the globe. The first round of the 2023 Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceanic Championship got underway in the Highlands Motorsport Park in Cromwell, located only 45 minutes away from Queenstown. The first rounds of the championship took place on the challenging and unique course and produced 3 different winners on 3 different races. Kiwis Callum Hedge and James Penrose won the first 2 installments, but it was the American David Morales who took the checkered flag first in the longer and more valuable Sunday feature race. None of the winners, however, could match the consistency over the weekend of Austrian Charlie Wurz, whose run of strong results, 2 second-place finishes and a 4th, put him ahead as the championship moved south to Ingvar Cargill's Taratanga Park. Wurz completed round 1 of the series lead but didn't have a race win to his credit. He put that right in round 2 with 2 wins from 3, including a lights to flag win in the weekend's feature race, the Spirit of a Nation Cup. The third weekend of 5 is often a critical one in New Zealand's premier single-seater series. 16 cars take to the track on this third weekend, and the current Indy Pro 2000 champion, Britain's Lewis Foster, put lack of circuit time, lack of car time, lack of recent wet weather experience, lack of recent standing start experience, lack of safety car restarts, and lack of sleep all behind him to romp away to an amazing victory in wet conditions. Briton Josh Mason managed to hold off countryman Lewis Foster in race 2 to win his first race of the championship. The third race of the weekend ended with a Kiwi 1-2-3, with Hedge following Penrose home and Liam Skeets taking his 3rd feature race podium in as many weekends. 20 drivers lined up on the international circuit at Hampton Downs Motorsport Park, with each aiming to add their name to the list of motorsport legends who have won the New Zealand Grand Prix. New Zealander Caleb Gatoa got his mission to win the New Zealand Grand Prix off to a perfect start with a victory in the first race at Hampton Downs. A perfect start was exactly what the man from Martin delivered against world-class opposition, rocketing away from the second spot on the grid and never looking back as he raced away to the win. With barely a week in New Zealand under his belt, rising Dutch star Laurens van Hoppen left his rivals in his dust as he dominated the 67th New Zealand Grand Prix at Hampton Downs. The last round of the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship took place at the Taupo International Motorsport Park. Kiwi Callum Hedge won in style in race 1, fighting off a charging Lewis Foster and taking the championship lead with just 2 races to go. It ended in one big final effort from Foster on the last lap, but it wasn't enough. Hedge held firm to win, and in the process turned a 10-point deficit in the points to Charlie Wurz into a 3-point advantage heading into the final day. American racer Chloe Chambers made motorsport history in New Zealand, winning the penultimate race of the 2023 championship. In doing so, she became the first woman to win a race in the 18-year history of the country's Toyota-based premier single-seater championship. The 18-year-old converted a near-perfect start into a lights-to-flag victory ahead of Caleb Gatoa. In the final race of the championship, Austrian Charlie Wurz stayed calm as drama unfolded around him to take the victory and the title. Wurz put a troubled Saturday behind him and did everything he had to do on Sunday at the Taupo Motorsport Park in New Zealand to win his first major junior Formula Championship. The championship adds 18 FIA Super License points to Wurz's tally as he continues his quest to follow his father Alexander into a career in Formula One. On a vital final day, Charlie was unstoppable. He led from start to finish in the Denny Holm Trophy finale. Callum Hedge, who had a 3-point lead in the title race on Sunday morning, could do nothing and had to settle for second place overall. U.S. driver Jacob Abel finished third in the final championship standings, a great finish to an action-packed 5 weeks in New Zealand. The second stop of the FIA African Rally Championship took place in Kenya. 19 teams enlisted for the 2023 Equator Rally, and after 10 stages and 433 kilometers, only 9 teams survived the demanding course. Uganda's Yassine Nassar and co-driver Ali Katumba showed a great performance in their Ford Fiesta Rally 2. They managed to finish in second place, just 6 minutes 20 seconds behind Kenyan Karan Patel and co-driver Han Tusif, who won the title for the second year running. James Wharton was crowned Formula 4 United Arab Emirates champion in a dramatic conclusion to the 15-race, 5-round series at Abu Dhabi's Yas Marina circuit. The 16-year-old Australian led home main title rival to Katapunen in the first 2 races to give himself a healthy points advantage. Both drivers didn't finish the last race of the season, and Wharton was confirmed champion. Tu Katapunen finished in second place overall. American driver Ugo Ugochukwu landed in third place. The new season of the FIA Karting European Championship in the OK and Junior categories started with a record-setting field. The event attracted 182 entries from 50 countries, and the numerous spectators saw great karting action. In the Junior category, Thibaut Ramakers from Belgium had a great weekend and won the final to take the lead in the overall standings. In the OK category, the experienced Joe Turney was unstoppable. The English driver was smooth and supreme, and he won in Spain for the second year in succession. Team managers of racing teams have a 24/7 job. It makes no difference whether your team competes in Formula 1 or Formula 4. The job demands everything from you, but the path to becoming a team manager can be very different.
Became a team manager, basically working my way up from the bottom.
I grew up in a motorsports family.
I was a race engineer for about 10 years.
I did some driving myself. Then one thing led to another.
Oh, well, I started as a driver, and then after that, I decided to have a team.
As the name suggests, the team manager is the boss of the team, a team that plays a major role in whether a season goes well or badly. That's why the composition of the team is extremely important. But what makes a good team member apart from very good expertise?
One who likes his boss? No.
I always find the number one thing is attitude.
Teamwork, number one. And another thing is attention to detail.
Willing to learn and to work with others are quite important.
Because the challenges for each individual team member are enormous on a race weekend, in the main position, of course, for the team manager, who is the number one point of contact for everybody, especially at the beginning of the season, when everything is still fresh and new.
You know, it's new people, new cars, so you get some guys that don't know the car. They don't know how you want to work. They don't know each other. So it's a challenge.
And now the competition level is completed another step.
You have to decide before the season starts, you know, the equipment, the consumables, you have to manage that correctly.
So obviously you have to deal with the young drivers, so yeah, a nice puzzle.
It's a quite intense period, you know, with 5 events in 6 weeks.
But I think the bigger challenge is knowing the area. Every session, the track is almost a new track.
The basic prerequisite is a passion for motorsport. All team managers bring this passion with them and are happy to take on the stress, the little sleep, and the many challenges because they love their job.
Yeah, I think I've got the best job in the world, you know, to mix my passion since I was a kid.
I'm never going to be far from motorsport. I love it. If I'm not an engineer, if I'm not a manager, I would be something different.
You have to like what you're doing. I think you have to like the people, the cars, the challenge of trying to be winning, and the challenge of trying to be better than everybody.
You know, here we are, whatever, 15 years later, it's my life now.
A life for motorsport. The Formula Regional Middle East Championship, certified by FIA, is a brand new series which holds its inaugural season in 2023. It's comprised of 5 rounds to be held at 3 FIA Grade 1 circuits: the Dubai Autodrome, the brand new Kuwait Motor Town, and the Yas Marina circuit. 5 race weekends of 3 races each were held in just 5 weeks, an optimal situation for young drivers because they get a lot of valuable track time under competition conditions. No wonder the field was 27 drivers strong.
Looking at the starting grid is really impressive because we have all the best European team, Asian teams, the best drivers. Most of the junior program drivers are joining this championship, so I expect that will be a very competitive series.
This is the optimal preparation for the new season, especially for the young drivers who want to make the switch from Formula 4 to Formula Regional. Like the Italian Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who took an astonishing 26 race wins in F4 last year and carried off the Italian and German titles. The young Italian wants to use the series to prepare himself optimally for his first season in the Formula Regional European Championship. The first winner of the new season was Dino Beganovic. The 18-year-old Swede driving for the Mumbai Falcons came out on top of a feisty battle with Gabriel Mini. Mini was defending the lead with all his might before he slowed down on the final lap and dropped to 6th place. The second race was won by Nihil Bora. And in race 3, Spanish driver Mari Boya succeeded. 3 different winners in the first 3 races. But Italian Kimi Antonelli moved into an early championship lead with 4th and 6th positions to add to his second in the final race of the weekend. Antonelli finished the first weekend 6 points ahead of his Mumbai Falcons teammate Rafael Camara, with Taylor Barnard a further 2 points behind. 3 rookies on the top of the standings. On the second and third race weekends, the Formula Regional Middle East Championship made history as the first single-seater series to race at the new 5.609-kilometer-long Kuwait Motor Town. The new circuit was a step into the unknown for all teams and drivers, providing a fascinating competitive level playing field. The second race weekend saw again 3 different winners, but the third weekend was the time when the rookie drivers took control over the FR Middle East Championship. Race 7 of the season began with the top 3 drivers, all Hyderabad Blackbirds, tripping over each other into the first braking zone. This meant Dirksen lost his second pole and allowed Antonelli through into second place before he eventually got past Boya for the lead. He kept him behind until the Spaniard got overtaken by Camara, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli took his first career win in the Formula Regional category. In the next race, Antonelli started 10th on the reversed grid but steadily climbed up the order, and soon the Italian was in second position and then passed his Mumbai Falcons teammate Kirill Smal for the victory. The last race of the weekend was a superb exhibition by Antonelli and Barnard, but there was no stopping Barnard, who passed Antonelli with 3 laps remaining. Antonelli's championship advantage ballooned to 44 points over Barnard, with Brazilian Ferrari driver Academy prospect Camara a further 9 adrift. The penultimate round of the season was held back in Dubai, where Antonelli and Nikita Bedrin shared poles. The former dropped down to 3rd at the start of the first race, but Antonelli soon recovered 2nd from Swiss ace Dufek and then wrestled the lead from British talent Barnard following an early safety car. Antonelli's Mumbai Falcons teammate Rafael Camara was also making progress. The Brazilian pulled off brilliant braking maneuvers on Dufek for 3rd and then on Barnard to claim 2nd, but Andrea Kimi Antonelli won his 4th race of the season. The second race was won by Pepi Marti, and the third race was won by Nikita Bedrin. The final round of the championship brought the series to the Yas Marina circuit. Again, the weekend had 3 different winners in 3 races. The 2 title contenders, Antonelli and Barnard, started alongside each other and had a battle that ended in tears when Antonelli rear-ended Barnard, spun him around, and earned himself a 10-second penalty. Both drivers remained pointless, and race 1 was won by Mari Boya. Barnard needed to score points in race 2 to keep his title hopes alive, but had a horrible start that dropped him out of the top 20. Pepi Marti took the lead from Shin and won race 2. Barnard could only manage 18th place, so Antonelli took the championship despite receiving another penalty and not scoring again. The last race of the season was won by Nikita Bedrin. The championship was dominated by category rookies who occupied the top 3 places in the final standings. Antonelli showed remarkable consistency, only finishing outside the top 10 when the title was already all but secured. That's it for today. On our next episode of FIA Pure Motorsport, we'll introduce you to cross-country driver Dania Akil. We'll have a quick look at the karting talents in Spain. Plus, we'll show you the FIA Rally Star Asia Pacific Final. Till next time, everybody, take care and ciao.